Nigeria don't begin their wayo again, or should I say Buhari has, begin doing wayo for Nigerians, because how will federal government want to transfer Nigeria here to investors that we do not even know their identity? We do not know who they are. Are they going to still repeat what they did with our NEPA, privatizing the power sector, and at the end of the day, they just shared everything within their friends and family, and till now Nigeria is still pumping money into the power sector despite the fact that the sector has been privatized. So what is going on here? Now Nigeria is it that they are privatizing Nigeria here? We don't know who they are selling it to. Later now you go hear say na Tinubu dem sell am for, abi later now you go hear say na Abubakar or one of those rich people that are their friends who are also politicians. But right now we don't know what is actually happening, and people are persuading federal government, release their names. If you don't have anything you are hiding, post their names, let us know them. Abi, is it not true? If the federal government do not have any skeleton in their cupboard, would they be afraid to publicize the identity of those that are acquiring Nigerian hair? Before we go ahead with the details of today's news, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, like, why are you not subscribed to Newsroom Media? Are we even friends at all? Do we please, I'm joking, guys, but please support this channel by subscribing, turn on the post notification, give this video a thumbs up so that it gets seen by a wider audience, and so that you also be the first person to get notified whenever we post a new video. Without further ado, let's dive straight into the details of today's news. Stakeholders in the aviation sector have called on the federal government to disclose the identities of the strategic foreign investors showing interest in the Nigeria Air project. It came on the heels of a recent Federal Executive Council's approval of 3 aircraft to kickstart operations of a national carrier. The role of a federal government in setting up the airline is to assist the carrier by providing the initial capital of between $150 million and $300 million. The money is expected to be released in tranches from the start of operations through to the first few years after operations kicked off. The airline, Nigerian Air, is expected to commence operations before the end of this year, and preparations are in advanced stage to birth the national carrier. The government had made it clear that the national carrier would be private sector driven and run on a purely commercial basis with zero interference with the government. The proposed carrier has secured its air transport license and is in the process of obtaining its air operator license from the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority. The Minister of Aviation, Senator Adi Sirika, had stated that the federal government would hold not more than 5% shares in the airline, and Nigerians would have 46% equity, while 49% shares were reserved for strategic foreign investors. The national carrier is expected to utilize a significant number of underused bilateral air services agreements and take advantage of a substantial opportunity presented by the single African air transport market, as there is currently no viable Nigerian carrier that operates long-haul services. The approval of 3 wet lease aircraft to commence operation by Nigerian Air has generated heated debate among stakeholders. The principal managing partner, Enviro Capital, Cindy Foster, and a Jane Monette Professor of Strategic and Development, Professor Anthony Killer, said certain issues were yet to be addressed to gain the trust of stakeholders to believe in the project. The issue we have at the moment is that we don't know what the 95% investors are We don't know who the 95% investors are right now for an airline to be launching, and we don't know who are the majority owners of the airline is an issue, and that should be clarified before any aircraft takes flight anywhere, said Professor Anthony Killer, who is also an international director of studies at the European Centre of Advanced and Professional Studies, said. The Director General NCAA, Musa Nuhu, explained that the agency had no hand in the choice of aircraft to be used as it was a government policy. Former spokesman, Nigerian Airways, Mr. Chris Aligbe, said nothing wrong with leasing our aircraft, but the president, Aircraft Owners and Pilots Association, Mr. Alex Unwoba, disagreed. Unwoba said, most startups usually start with wet leasing, particularly when you are still new and all the investors have not come in. It is when investors come in and you have all the funds that you need that you begin to look at if you are going to take wet lease or dry lease. How does that solve the problem of availability of funds through the Central Bank of Nigeria? Or will the national carrier get its money through the black market to fund its operations? It is absurd. It's essentially an absurd proposal made to a group of people that have no knowledge of what's going on, and they are acting like judges receiving information on which the judge without basic facts. Speaking at the just concluded conference of the League of Airports and Aviation Correspondents in Lagos State, a former president, National Association of Nigerian Transport Agencies, Mr. Bankole Bernard, listed the benefits of Nigerian Air to the country and its image. He said, in part, if Nigerian Air is able to come into the market, it increases the fleet in the market, brings convenience to the people that are traveling. You guys, how can people be investing in Nigerian Air and Nigerians do not even know who they are? This is just so shady right from the beginning. Like right from start, it is shady. At the end of the day, now you go, yes, say something billion. They don't tiffan something billion, and Nigeria will still be pumping money into Nigerian Air after privatizing it. Imagine our mentality in Nigeria, in Africa. May God help us. Comment down below. Let me hear from you. Subscribe if you haven't. I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.